What beliefs and perceptions about yourself and your life have you been unconsciously agreeing with that you would have to change in order for you to create a new state of being? That is a serious question because most people say they want peace, they want confidence, they want discipline, they want joy, they want a better relationship, but we are not even trying to do the work to get those things. And what is it about the human experience that we think things are just going to be handed to us? Like we're not going to have to work for it. Every D1 student had to, they were practicing. I remember watching a video, seeing a video on TikTok, and it was a boxer talking to like a professional boxer talking to somebody who was aspiring to be a boxer. The guy was already 25 that was aspiring to be a boxer. And he asked the boxer, do you think I can make it? And the guy very bluntly said no. And he was like, why? And he's like, because the people you're going to be fighting have been practicing since they were 5. You're just starting. And you're 25. He was like, by the time you get good, the people that you're going to be fighting are going to have so much more, it's going to be so much more embedded in them than it would be embedded in you. It's kind of similar to people who go to martial arts 3 times a week versus somebody who's practicing it 7 times a week. You see what I'm saying? Like the more you get better at something, the more you keep practicing something, the better you get at it, the better you show up in your craft. You see what I'm saying? So if it's like you want to be a better father, you need to find out what a better father looks like and just keep practicing that until it starts being demonstrated. If you want to be a better mother, you need to find out what a good mother looks like and then keep practicing that until you start demonstrating it. Because otherwise, you'll just keep practicing your inadequacies or your insecurities. You see what I'm saying? That's why people can say they want something, but they're not really willing to do the work or what's necessary to do it. Like when it comes to losing weight or dietary stuff and things like that. Like they can say to me, they want a different life, but they do not stop long enough to ask what beliefs they're still in agreement with that keep producing the old one. You see what I'm saying? Because your life will always move in the direction of what you believe is true about you, what you believe is true about life, and what you believe is possible for you. You see what I'm saying? And that's a sociological concept. So deep down, if I'm still agreeing with I'm not enough, people always leave, nothing ever changes, I have to struggle to survive. Like my voice doesn't matter. I'll never be consistent. I'm just an anxious person. I'm just an angry person. I always mess things up. Then I can talk about it all day, wanting a new life, but I'm still living in agreement with an old identity. And whatever you stay in agreement with, you're going to keep giving power to. And this is why people can desire change, but they keep recreating the same emotional state, the same patterns, the same outcomes, because transformation is not just about changing behavior. It's about breaking agreements with the beliefs that produce the behavior in the first place. A lot of people are trying to create a new state of being while still being loyal to an old internal narrative, right? It's the same thing in relationships. It's like you get a divorce and you're still loyal to this past person. And so you can't even really build with the new person because you're still back here. And that does not work. It didn't work for Lot's wife. That's why she turned into Lowry Salt. You cannot create peace while staying in agreement with chaos. You cannot create confidence while staying in agreement with inadequacy. And you cannot even create freedom while staying in agreement with fear. You can't even create a new future while staying psychologically loyal to an old identity. That's what kept Simba in the wilderness talking about Hakuna Matata, hanging out with his food. He forgot who he was. He's a whole lion hanging out with a meerkat and a warthog. His food. Your beliefs will have you violating your values, living outside your identity. And this is why this question matters so much. What beliefs and perceptions about me and my life have I been unconsciously agreeing to that would need to change in order for me to create a new state of being? Because until I see that agreement, I cannot break it. And a lot of these agreements do not sound dramatic. They sound normal, like this is just how I am, and this is how life works, and nothing ever works out for me. I've always been this way. And, people cannot be trusted. I'm going to believe it when I see it. There's no point of trying. I'm I'm too far gone. I'm broken. I'm like people say, I'm too traumatic. I'm too traumatized. I'm too far gone. Maybe this maybe this is all I'll ever be. These are not just passing thoughts, guys. These are agreements. You made them. Think about the agreements. People can't even give you a compliment because of what you agreed with. You immediately discount the compliment. People give you a chance to stand up for yourself and you shy from it. People give you a chance to make a choice and it's so foreign to you, you would rather not make the choice and give the choice back to them and you still abandoned yourself. And if I keep repeating them, I'm going to keep training my mind, my emotions, and my body to live inside that same identity. And then I'm frustrated, like, why isn't God moving in my life? Like, He gave us the authority to trample over scorpions and all the power of the enemy. Remember that? So if I want a new state of being, I have to ask myself, what have I been calling truth that is actually just my conditioning? What have I been calling reality when it's just me is just repetition? What have I been calling wisdom when it's actually fear? What have I been calling discernment when it's actually self protection? What have I been calling humility that is actually agreement with inadequacy? You see how it can hide behind rationalization? Because sometimes the thing keeping you stuck is not your circumstances, guys. It's your unconscious loyalty to a version of yourself that was built in pain. And if that is true, then change starts here. It starts not just with a new habit, not just with a new goal, but with an agreement. Are you going to live by what the word says? Whose report are you going to believe? Are you going to believe the report of the Lord? Or are you going to believe the report of your own thoughts? I have to stop agreeing with what keeps shrinking me. I have to stop agreeing with what keeps condemning me. I have to keep I have to stop agreeing with what keeps pulling me back into that same state, into that old man. I keep resurrecting the old man. And I have to start aligning with what's true. I have to run my thoughts through Philippians 4:8. What is life giving? What actually matches who I am called to be? Because your state of being is not random. It is being shaped every day by what you keep agreeing with. So if you want a new emotional state, a new mental state, a new relational state, or a new spiritual state, then ask yourself, what beliefs about me and my life would I have to change for that new state to become natural? Because the life you want may be waiting on the agreement you need to break. Does that make sense? Titans aren't born, they're forged.